You have a VA compensation and pension exam coming up. Here are some factors that can affect the result of that exam, including a couple that veterans might have overlooked. We'll start with some background information. A compensation and pension exam, or a C&P exam, is a medical evaluation that VA orders to gather evidence for your claim. The examiner will look at whether your condition is connected to service, how severe it is, or both. It's not a test that you pass or fail, and it's definitely not meant to provide medical treatment. Instead, it's a snapshot that VA uses to help make its decision in your benefits case. So here's the first and most important thing that you should do: attend the exam when it's scheduled. Under VA regulations, if you miss it without good cause, VA can just proceed with deciding your claim without the benefit of an exam. For an original claim, that means that you'll be rated or you'll get a decision based on your records alone. For an increased rating or a supplemental claim, it can mean a denial. If a real emergency comes up for you, though, like an illness or a death in the family, contact VA and reschedule for cause instead of simply skipping the exam altogether. Here's a don't that costs veterans every day. Don't downplay your symptoms. A lot of former service members are still used to pushing through the effects of disability or medical issues, but the examiner needs the full and honest picture. You want to describe your worst days, not just how you happen to feel in the room on the day of the exam. So be sure to tell the examiner things like how often flare-ups happen, what you can't do when they hit, things like that. Ratings are based on how a condition limits your ability to function at work and in your daily life, so that type of information is important. If your exam is for a mental health condition, this part can be particularly hard. Talking about your lowest moments is not easy. But again, honesty about what you actually experience is what helps the examiner understand your situation. At the same time, do not exaggerate. Overstating your symptoms can conflict with your medical records, and down the road, that can hurt your credibility at the VA. The goal is accuracy. Something you should do that's often overlooked is to know what specifically your exam is for. If you're seeking service connection, the examiner will be focusing on whether your condition is linked to service. In contrast, if you're seeking a higher rating for an already service-connected condition, the focus will be on severity and how your disability impacts your functioning. Knowing the questions that you might be asked can help you prepare relevant and on-topic answers. Do not make an assumption that the examiner has read your entire file. Many exams are short. It is good to be ready to summarize your history in a sentence or two, like when your disability began and how it affects you now, and be prepared to highlight some critical information that might already exist in your file, since there's no guarantee that the examiner is aware of it. Finally, after the exam, request a copy of the report. Many veterans don't know that you have the right and the ability to get a copy of the report and see what the examiner wrote. If the report is inaccurate or incomplete, you have options. You could submit a statement, you could provide additional evidence, or you could challenge the exam and the parts of it that are inaccurate. A negative exam is not and doesn't have to be the end of the road for you. C&P exams carry real weight in VA adjudications, so a little preparation really does go a long way. If VA has already made a decision on your claim, an accredited representative can help you review your options. Thanks for watching, and take care.